If you've already created your first site and defined its site limit, it's time to explore some design tools to add your first building. In some cases, your site may contain existing contextual buildings. You can choose to work with them or to remove them if they will be demolished in your project. In this exercise, we're removing the existing building. Press Escape on your keyboard to deselect your site limit, then double-click any building from your imported dataset to enter base editing mode. You'll know you're there when a purple frame appears around your canvas. Select the buildings you want to remove and press Delete on your keyboard to make them disappear, then click Done in the purple notification box to exit base editing mode. You'll find the design toolbar at the top of your screen where the tools are grouped into categories. Go to the Buildings category and select Basic Building to start. You will enter the sub-mode where you have 4 drawing options. Select Cube. Start drawing by clicking your first point within your site limit, and you'll see the line extend as you move your cursor. Here's a tip for you. If you hover over a site limit segment, it will extend into a faded pink guide. Now when you go back to draw your line, you'll see that it snaps to a parallel guide to the segment you hovered to. Type in the length of your line, then left-click your mouse once. Now enter the length of the perpendicular segment and click your mouse once more. Next, you'll be prompted to enter the height of your building. Forma Site Design estimates a 3-meter height per floor, or about 9 feet 10 inches if you've adjusted your settings to the imperial system. So if I want this building to be 6 stories, I'll type in 18, then press Enter. Now I want to change the height of some floors, so I'll select the bottom 3 and I'll go to the right panel under Area Metrics. Hover over each symbol to find out what you can edit. I'll change the value of story height to 4 meters, then press Enter. And as you can see, my model was instantly updated. Now I'll select the top 3 floors and change their height the same way to 5 meters instead of 3. Next, I'll select the top floor and hold it by the center grip point on the side face to push it in by 50 meters, then left-click to confirm. I'll repeat the same action for the 2 floors below. Now I'll hold the right mouse button to orbit to the other side and repeat the same steps. Next, I'll return to the Buildings category to add a new basic building in the newly cleared space in my model. I'll just trace over the existing area and enter a height of 99 meters to extrude this into a 33-story tower. I'll press the spacebar on my keyboard to repeat the same action on the opposite side. Now I'll select the bottom 3 floors of the newly created towers and change their height to 5 meters so they align with the middle block. The reason I separated the buildings into several blocks is so I can assign building functions to each one. I'll select the left tower and go to Functions in the right panel and tag that as Residential. Then I'll select the middle block and tag that as Commercial. For the second tower, I want to create a new hotel function. So I'll click Create New Function, and in the dialog box, I'll click the plus sign at the top right corner, type in the name of the new function, and choose a color for it. While I'm here, I'll add another function for parking and choose gray for its color. Now I can assign the hotel function to the tower and select the bottom 3 floors of the building and tag those as parking. Next, I want to move the parking floors below ground, so I'll hold the Shift key and select all building blocks. Then I'll click the Move tool in the Design toolbar and grab my model by any point. And when the Move parameters pop up, I'll press the Tab key on my keyboard to toggle between them until I land on the vertical parameter. I'll enter -12 to move the entire building down by 12 meters. Now those 3 floors have become basement level floors. I'll go to the Visibility and Orientation options to view my site in 2D. Then I'll select my entire building and use the Move tool to adjust its placement within the site limit. Now I'll return to 3D view and press Escape to deselect the model. Now when you look at area metrics, you can have a clear view of the site area and building coverage area. Then you can expand the gross floor area and rentable area to see how their totals are broken down between the different building functions. Your model is now at a stage where you can begin running analyses on it.